Okay, evening and welcome to VPG episode 11. Can't believe it's gone quick. And tonight we're talking goalkeepers. I'm going to welcome Jordan from Bambus and then Shiloh, as we know him as Luna from Dropping Kings. Welcome, gents. And of course, my co-host, the lovely Bruno. He's just come back from fishing.
You got time for jokes, Uncle Des. How's it, gentlemen? What's up?
How's it?
Hello. What's up?
He says, I've got time for jokes. He's the one wearing the Chelsea. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so before we start with you, gents, I just want to say a few things. Next week, just remember, guys, we'll be playing league games Tuesday and Wednesday. We conclude the league. So tell you guys, Tuesday and Wednesday, there's no need to drag it out for another week. We'll play Tuesday night matches and Wednesday night matches. That's looking at 18 points, potential 18 points, and that's going to affect the top and the bottom of the league. And then tonight's game with the Premier League team versus the Championship team, that's at 9:30 on our VPG channel. Don't forget to tune to Bruno's commentating spectacle there. It's very entertaining. And then another thing before we get started, just to let you guys know, when you put your stats in, we are auditing the stats, having a look at your stats. We have been made aware of some guys been putting in fake stats and trying to jipper the system. Please, guys, you'll be banned for amount of weeks, or as long as the board decides. We'll be checking all that and checking all the auditing teams and having a look at all your squads that's being registered in VPG. Okay, now that's the way. Let's get down to it with the goalkeepers. These guys are looking nervous. Shiloh and Jordan. I suppose goalkeepers are always nervous when we play pro clubs. Okay,
no,
so Jordan,
definitely.
One mistake and the whole team hates you.
That's true. We hate Shiloh anyway, but it's okay. Okay. Jordan, we'll put this to you first. What made you want to play goalkeeper in pro clubs?
So when I was thinking about this, basically, when I started out as an attacker for Predators at SAPL, and then I created my own team. And then I really wanted to work on my versatility because we had a lot of attackers. So I was like, let me try goalkeeper because I'm a goalkeeper in real life. I used to play when I was in school. So I was like, let me try goalkeeper. And then from like FIFA 17, I was playing goalkeeper. And then basically, ever since my team disbanded, I just like, let me just play goalkeeper all the time since, I like the exhilaration and the adrenaline from every save that you make, the mistake, the high end pressure. It's really nice. So that's why I decided to play goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a different end of the spectrum, man. I mean, I think Shiloh had a similar story. Luna, what's your story and why did you become a goalkeeper?
My story about goalies mainly started that I was told I wasn't good enough infield. So I went into to try and goals. And I was very bad at the time and ended up in pressing. So I think that's where I stayed afterwards.
It's basically it's a graveyard for ex-retired strikers, goalies.
It seems like it. I wouldn't imagine that you guys were that bad. But what I want to know is, what do you guys do when you're not part of the gameplay? Do you know what I mean? Do you guys follow the camera? Do you guys just stay and wait and hope that you see someone put in a goal? Luna, what is it that you do when your team is busy attacking up front and let's say dominating position in their half? What do you do?
So first of all, what I do is I'll have my camera on the ball and watching the team attack. And then say I'll sit there and I'll hold L1 in, obviously keep the rating high, try. But indefinitely when we lose the ball, I'll instantly come back to myself and I'll start telling my defense what's happening, who's making the run, and I'll get back on my line and I'll just let the team know what's happening.
Cool. And you, Jordan, do you like direct from the back there, same like Luna?
So basically, whenever we have the ball, I do what Luna does. I just look at the team and play. And then as soon as the ball crosses the halfway line, then I start saying, okay, if there's a gap, I say right back, there's a gap, or I say who's covering the right back, who's covering this. So yeah.
It's very important. That's very important.
100%. I know we play with Luna, Dropping Kings, and then also Jordan's from Bambus. We know Luna gets very vocal. Watch the center, watch the right, and it helps us a lot. It helps the midfield a lot, especially CDM and stuff like that. It helps the guys out a lot. That's good to know. What would you say are the three most important traits when you do a goalkeeper build, Jordan? When you're building your player, for the guys out there learning to be goalkeeper, what's the three most important things if you can build your guy?
Okay, well, firstly is height. Well, you obviously need height because that extra wingspan, it actually helps, especially with long shots. Because if you're a short goalkeeper and then they start taking long shots, it's very difficult to get across and to actually make the save. Then also all the goalkeeper traits, like all the goalkeeper, when you go to the tab of the goalkeeper, you have to put almost all of them on because they really do make a difference and they really help. And then the third basic trait that I normally put is agility and reactions. I try to put as much much agility and reactions as possible to make sure it's like
Okay.
it reacts towards the ball. I think it helps.
Well, obviously you know because you've been playing for a while. And Luna, what's you similar to Jordan or?
Similar, basically. Obviously, you need the high height, but me personally, I put more into pace to try and to rush out faster, close the attackers down. Obviously, that's an important one, as well as trying to get the jumping up for crosses and reactions. Obviously, mostly.
Okay.
So, Des, I know this is a trade secret because we obviously play with Luna in our squad, but Luna's distribution, in my opinion, is second to none as a keeper. We've scored countless goals on the counter attack because of that distribution. Luna, are you going to keep that a trade secret, or is that something that you're willing to pass out so people can learn from that? Give me your point on that.
It's not really a trade secret. It's more just how you kicking with the controllers, how you aim. Basically, it's not any specific trait to it.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Thanks, Bruno, for jumping in there. What are your number one strength as a goalkeeper? But no, we know Luna Shiloh has just touched on it. His distribution is quite good, especially to the wings. Jordan, what would you say is your trait, your number one strength as a goalkeeper?
Shot stopping, normally like because I make a lot of saves. Like Vembus, like the defense is good, but like I have to make a lot of saves. So shot stopping has become like I have to make saves. I have to make the stops. Like every time I don't make a save, I get frustrated and yeah. So yeah, I guess shot stopping is the number one thing because distribution is not my strong point, but definitely shot stopping.
So you're two different styles, eh?
Yeah.
Luna like outfield sort of play because he used to be a lamb and a cam and a. So that's so with who's your best defenders that you've played with, and does that make a difference, Jordan? Like I know you played with a few other guys. Who's your best defenders that you played with? I say it's probably your centre backs. Who are they? And does it make a difference playing with experienced players?
Well, it does make a difference to play with good centre backs because I've always said whenever I make team of the week, I always congratulate my defense first because they get the clean sheets. They make sure the chances aren't there. They're always like there to block and thing. So having a good defense is almost as important as having a good goalkeeper. So that's why having a good defense is great. And in terms of who's the best I played with, well, I had 4, but do you want 4 or just 2 centre backs?
No, you can name them, my man. Give him a shout out, yeah.
Okay, well, Ivan is to me one of the most underrated players in our team because how great his awareness, his interceptions, his tackling, it's all second to none. Like he's a CDM, he can play centre back, he's very versatile, and he like every time he's playing, like you can sense his presence. So Ivan is really good. Kafi, you know, if he didn't disconnect from many games, you know, he would also be really good. But he's fixed his Wi-Fi now, so like yeah. He's also a very good centre back, and as you can see, I've not played with like the elite centre backs. I've played with the mid to like good centre backs. So yeah, but no, they're still very good. Cloudy, he was at my team before Vembus. He was very good. He was a good left back. Like we didn't have a problem at left back, and also Forbes from Vembus, the centre back. He's also very good. He plays centre back, right back. So yeah, he's
important having these guys around. Like I said, it makes a big difference. And I know Shiloh's played all over the show. He's like a goalkeeper for hire, like a taxi.
No, all over the show. Des, I've played for 3 clubs, 4 including Drop-in Kings. You know, it's not all over the show.
Who's the best defenders for you that you played? Be careful now, Luna. You hurt people's feelings, yeah.
So I'm gonna throw it back to my Sabres days when I used to be a Sabres player. Obviously, Mubin was one of the best centre backs I've played with. And then we're gonna bring it back to last season. Abu Battlefly. He was amazing. He was everywhere I needed to be. He was always an option. Distribution was amazing. He's very experienced. He was a good man. And currently at Ballers, I like Ziggy. He always makes an option for me.
Okay. You're throwing some big names in there, which is name dropping. Luna loves doing that stuff, right? Next thing you're gonna say Timo Werner. Just gonna say it. Just gonna give it.
I have to.
So for me, at what point do you, Luna, I'll address this to you first. At what point do you realize your value as a keeper? Because I know when we've played with you, how many times you literally saved us, both the goal from going in, but also from losing a game. At what point do you rate yourself like, no, I'm an important part of this puzzle, or is it just all about the goals?
Well, honestly, I think it's more of the team. I am there, yes, I'll make a save, but it's more of that the team. If I make the save, the team's there to clear it up, you know? It's not just me being important, it's the whole team being there with me. Obviously, no one wants to concede a rebound, and if my team is there, I say it's just them. They're amazing. They're amazing to be there.
Sure. Jordan, how would you feel about that?
Same story. Just with rebounds, same thing. Even closing down an angle, because I normally anticipate where the player would shoot. So if they like block a shot where I wasn't going, that's also very important. So definitely, like I feel like it's a whole team dynamic. It's not just one important piece of the puzzle. It's all of a team. We all work as a team and as a unit to get the win.
So does it just before we go on, I just need to ask these gentlemen, what is the most embarrassing goal to concede? I personally love to try and chip a keeper, but what goal really upsets you when it goes in, Jordan?
When I make the mistake, when I say I pass the ball to the opponent, or like I just do something stupid, that is the most frustrating thing. Chips are very annoying, but when I personally make a mistake or the distribution goes haywire and we concede straight after, that's when I feel I've made a mistake and I costed the team.
It's understandable. Shiloh?
Obviously,
You've let in so many of them. You've let in so many. I mean, you don't know who to choose from.
I would have to be either a chip or a chip penalty. Most of that, I know you like to do that, Bruno.
That's brutal.
But it's more of a rebound. I hate conceding rebounds. They're so annoying.
100%. Yeah, chip. And then we forget about the guys at the back. You know, but obviously, we know that Charlotte doesn't he lets his team know when he's upset, which is great. I suppose it's almost like a good CDM at times. But tell me, Jordan, what made you sign for your respective team for Van Boos in the VPG?
I've talked about it. Basically, I had my team, they disbanded, and half of my team basically played for Van Boos, so it just felt like home, and I signed for Van Boos. Yeah.
So you just joined them, so obviously it was natural for you.
Yeah, it was natural, because like most of the gents were there, and I was like, there's no like getting into talking. It's like I know all of these people. It's very easy to like get into and talk. So yeah.
Would you be keen to leave if someone was to approach you? Maybe getting it higher up the league. Would that be possible? Would you leave?
No comment, but I am a very loyal person. Like I don't normally just leave for the hell of it, just like jump from team to team. Normally, like if I leave, it's gonna be like a very big decision, because I've only left 2 clubs. I've only left Predators to make my own club, and then my own club disbanded, and then I left. So I don't normally leave just for the hell of leaving.
Okay. We'll ask Luna that question now coming up. Luna, what made you sign for the team you are at now?
Well, obviously, when we heard VPG was coming up, I've known you and Bruno and the guys for a long time. So obviously, we were talking about it and saying, let's give it a shot. Let's see how we can play competitive together and how we can compete against the big clubs like Crusaders and Ballers and Unleashed. And obviously, Van Boos now is one of the big clubs as well, Zamalek. Obviously, we wanted to see how we could compete against them. And obviously, you guys are my friends, so obviously that came into an important role into my choice of becoming Drop-In Kings keeper.
He called us his friends, Bruno. Can you believe it?
That's why I was quick to deny it.
And I was promised striker at a time.
He was promised striker, and we sucked him in. Yeah, every good goalkeeper wants to play up front. That's how you get it going, guys. Everybody's looking for a goalkeeper. Find someone who wants to play striker, and eventually they work their way back to the box, the other end of the box. And then tell us, are you looking to leave, join another club, or what's your plans for the future there, Shiloh?
Obviously, I've signed for Ballers in SAPL, and so I'm going to be joining Ballers in the VPG next season. I have let my club captain know, Daza. I have let him know. Obviously, it wasn't a one behind his back type of thing. I respect him, and I would have let him know as soon as I can.
But to be fair, Luna, like Dazzle says it perfectly. You know, when a team like Ballers come in, they're like the Real Madrid and the Barcelona of the VPG. You know, when they come, you want to play with the best. There's no hard feelings here. Some people leave on a toxic vibe, which you know that's uncalled for. But you've matured, and in the short space of time from playing in that position, you definitely deserve to be called up. So congratulations. You know, I hope you don't win the league, but I hope you do well.
See,
Thank you,
Jordan,
Bruno. Thank you.
man. It happens quickly, even with friends, Jordan. The guys don't tell you he's broken the news now live on VPG. He's never told us anything.
It's actually the first I heard of it,
Daz.
But that's AE calling me. I can't answer that now. That's fine. Okay, look here. We're gonna have a look at the Premier League table and results. If our wingman at the back there, Shumi, got to say, we look at the results there. Some nice results coming up there, guys. You can have a look. Let me get my results up here. Okay. So what I saw, there's some standout results. Zamalek beating Unleashed 5-0. Ballers beating Crusaders 1-0. I think that was a must win for Ballers to create that gap, especially now with the 2 match days coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. Like I said, a potential 18 points. And anything can happen at 18 points. At the top 4, they will look at the log now after some of the results. Then Ballers beating Zamalek 5-0. So it's tight to the top 4 there. And I see Cape Town Easier snuck in there. You give us that log there, Shemi. Let's have a look there. Can you guys see the log there? Techers, sorry, my bad. I'm looking at it now. Cape Town Techers, they've snuck into 3rd. Jordan, any team they surprise you? I know we ask this every week to the guys. Anyone surprise you at the top 6 there?
I can barely see the top 6, but
Ballers, Unleashed, Techers at 3rd, Untouchables in 4th, Zamalek, and then Crusaders. I think you guys are 7th, eh?
Just underneath. Well, yeah, that's very high in the Premier League. Well done.
Yeah, I guess if in terms of the whole table, Vambus does surprise me considering how we didn't do as well in the SAPL, but in the VPG we've been really solid. So I guess it does surprise me, but you know, you just don't think about that when you're in there. You just think about the wins and you always just strive towards it. At least that's in my opinion. I don't look at the table that much. It's just try and get the wins and try and be as high up. But I guess except for my team, I guess CPT Techers, because I don't really know them. So I guess they're the only other team. The rest of them are all stock standard, very high teams. And yeah, I expect them to be there.
The usual suspects. What's your take on it, Chala?
There's no real upsets there for me, honestly. Those are big names, big clubs. Crusaders, Zamalek, Untouchables. Actually, Untouchables, I haven't heard about them. And then they came into VPG with a storm. I give them that. Yeah, they took it by storm.
Like I said, anybody from about 5th, I would say 4th, basically 4th can claim the number 1 spot. If you do the maths, 18 points, 69 points, and if Ballers slip up, that is. It's touch and go for next week. If they slip up, that's the thing if it happens. But it can happen. We've seen it happen. And obviously, don't forget that number 1 and 2 spots for the Premier League, that goes to the Champions League spots. So that's up for grabs as well. And that I think Zamalek are still in on that. And they lie in 5th. So that's all up for grabs, which is quite exciting, I must admit. Looking forward to see that. And then obviously the other end of the spectrum, we'll have a look at the bottom of the log. And Kayla, I would say they're going to really struggle. And they're still between, I'd say, Nightmares 19th and Chapper United. I see they got some good wins on the week, during the week, last week. Myrmidons and Baba Abu. All the way to, I would say, JDFC. So 15th all the way down to about 19th. Those guys can all interchange. By Wednesday, it can change. I would say 18th, 19th is up for grabs. I mean, the guys are... Chapper's also doing so quite well. That's going to be more exciting for me at the bottom of the table than at the top. I think because if Ballers win the first 3 games, I think it's going to be done. But yeah, let's see how the guys play under pressure. Bruno, what you taking there? Have a look. We've been in the relegation zone before.
I think it's difficult. I'm a bit nervous for the team. But yeah, definitely the fight for the bottom is where it's at. I must say this though, what I do love about the SAPL and the VPG is that it does allow for such competition, and it just highlights once again how dominant Ballers are. but Crusaders are now mixing. They're in the mix there, you know, winning the SAPL and still wanting to come in and prove themselves in VPG. So it's such a competitive league. I don't think that anyone could say, look, Ballers are going to win this for sure, you know. And yeah, I'm actually excited. I think with all of the games matched up, people are going to be feeling the pressure heavy.
Jordan, what is your take on playing? I know Luna's played a bit longer and played against these teams longer. What's your take on these top teams when you play them? Do you find them just as good? Do you find them difficult to play against them? What's your take on it, Jordan?
Especially with ballers, when like you don't when it's not on for you against ballers, it really goes wrong. But sometimes when you play those top teams, you have to be on top form. One mistake and it's a goal, and that's like the pressure that you have to go through. Like when we played ballers once and it was like 1-0, it was just one mistake, and it was a really hard fought game because we thought we deserved this point. But I always like to play against the big teams and the big things. I always like to put yourself under even more pressure to perform. So I really like playing against the big teams.
Yeah, I know. And Shiloh's played against a few of those guys as well. Do you still get nervous when you play Shiloh, or like is it like normal for you now? Like you're used to it. It's like you know what to expect.
Oh, definitely. I always get nervous when it comes to the big games, but obviously there's that aspect of nervous because you know I could make a mistake and then that's the game, or I could be on top, I could be on form, and that's our game, and we're set and we're done, we've won it, you know. There's always, but that top game will always be so close. It'll always go down to one mistake, and then it can happen.
You know, my eyes just roll over to Bruno when you say one mistake. I don't know why.
I know, Florencia.
It was literally just one mistake, guys. Come on, let it go.
We'll never let you forget it.
On that topic, though, Luna, who would you say, with the broad spectrum of teams that you have played with, who would you say is your most reliable player, the player that you enjoy to watch, you know, and enjoy to play with, like someone that you know can make a difference?
That's a very on-the-spot question, actually.
Break hearts, tell us.
Doesn't have
well,
to be me,
obviously, my most reliable player would have to be Abu from Crusaders centre back. He's always top. He barely makes a mistake.
I see. And Jordan, is there anyone in particular for you? Is there someone that you fear when you play against them? You're like, I just hate playing against Justin because I don't know, he just seems to put them in from anywhere.
Someone I really hate to play against is Dale, because with AD and Justin, like they really are good. But I've come up against them, and I've not, sometimes, you know, when it goes wrong, you know, you can get it just goes wrong. But when you have a good game, it's really good. But against Dale, I've just never had a good game. I just don't know what it is. Like I've played him a lot of times, but I just never had. He's a very quality striker, and he always puts it in the net. He always puts it in difficult angles to save for a goalkeeper. It's really hard to play against Dale Fish. Yeah. So I really don't like coming up against him.
I think it's a variety of what he does. I think it's always different. Always.
He's hard to predict.
Very hard to predict. And I think like he does something and you think he's doing it and he does something else. You know what I mean? It's always got you guessing. Suppose for a keeper, it must be a nightmare to play against.
Yeah.
Okay. So while we do that, we look at the Premier Team of the Week. I'm sure we can get those up and get you guys' thoughts on that. Okay, have a look. Can we have a look? Yeah, okay, cool. We can have a look as we talk about killer strikers. The striker there's Aiden Goodrich from Cape Town Ballers. Left wing is Alex Mons from Sophia Day 7. Don't kill us. And right wing is Dark Mutan from Crusaders. Cam is Kaylin Raj from the Crusaders. RDM Roberto Sedeman from Crusaders. LDM Chris Zizis, one of the twins, I believe. Am I right? Yeah, one of the twins. Yeah. Mm-hmm. From Sophia Day. And then left back, Reece Swartz. He's always constant
figure there. He's must be an amazing left back. Well, he is, not must be.
Yeah, and Dylan Lang, he's a right back partner from Crusaders as well. LCB, Jamie Webber, Untouchables.
Wait, just before you move on, I just want to mention this guy. When we were busy commentating on the championship versus the Premier League team of the week, he just made my night. I don't know. Do you remember watching that game? So Jamie Webber, big ups to you. Please keep on doing that for me. I love to watch that.
And then RCB, Daryl, good job from Bamboos. It's one of your boys there, Jordan. And of course, yourself, Jordan, goalkeeper, making it the team of the week. Well done, my man. On the bench, you've got Justin from Ballers, Andreas Marbach from Zamalek, Ziad Ganchi from Ballers, and then Yusuf Makta from Zamalek. And of course, leading goal scorer there is still Justin with 45, and the most assists is 80 with 29. What do you think of that team, Shala?
I would not want to play against this team. I'll tell you that. That is a scary team. The striker scares me first of all, and trying to score a goal against Jordan himself is going to be hard as it is.
Yeah, and Jordan, you're going to be captaining this team next week. We've got an invitational team because obviously there's no championship team of the week. So Jordan, you'll captain that team, and then you'll be playing against the invitational team, VPG invitational team next week, Sunday. So get you guys ready for that.
Okay.
Some superstars in there to give it a good match. I know Ron Dog's working on a few things to get some of his get some players to roll there. And then while we're on it, what do you think of that? What do you think of that defense, Jordan? It's the first time you can play with these guys, or what?
Reese is very good. I remember he was. I remember odd games with him. He's a very good left back. He's really solid. Daryl, he's really solid. He's that Van Dijk type of person that that's strong and commanding. So, and he's also kind of funny because like the voice chats. He's always funny. Webster, I've never played with, so I don't know. And you're saying he's funny, so I guess it'll be good times and good vibes playing with that team, because that team sounds really great. And the striker with AD and Justin, it's going to be a very good team.
It's quite exciting for you, like playing with these guys. It's nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm looking forward to that. Sure, we're going to get the wheel up and we're going to spin, see who wins Player of the Week. I'm going to give it to ZZ's because the twin. Yeah, I'm a twin. He's a twin.
I'll go for Jamie Webber after what he did in that game. He deserves something, a trophy or something.
Who are you calling? Who are you calling to in there? You gonna call yourself?
Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
Oh, okay. No, I'll call Daryl because he played really well this week. So I'll call Daryl.
Shala, who are you gonna call? Shala.
I'll call
Ballers,
Big man Kalen, K Gaming.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's go.
Venom. You know my guy's gonna win.
Yeah, you have voodoo, bro.
Here we go. Sophia, watch. Here we go. You guys shouldn't even guess.
Oh, how close is that?
And it's good, man.
Yeah, boy.
More corruption in the VPG channel. We love it. Even the host or the co-host calling it. Cool. So remember, guys, and then before we well done, Jamie. You gave a prize of 200 rand voucher. Just shout in the Discord channel there and say something on the channel there, and then obviously Mubin will get hold of you. And let's have a look at Manager of the Week. Let's not forget Manager of the Week. And Manager of the Week this week. There we go. Yeah, Premiership Manager. There we have the week. Oh, sorry,
Championship.
I see there. It's Niaz Yuadin, Stoke City. Well done, my man. Okay, you grab your prize. Just say you've been watching the show and the VP channel, and you win a dual shock charger, I believe. That's it. Well done. I'm getting it right.
That struggled to come out.
Not bad for a boomer. Okay, but you guys, on the stats type thing, just a reminder, please. You think you're gonna put a fast one on the guys sitting on the board? The guys are watching that stuff. There are one or two guys that have been caught on the back end of putting in fake stats, fake news, as Donald Trump would say. And those guys will be banned and will be dealt with harshly. We can't afford that. But we know there are any chances out there. But it's nice that you guys do try and test us. It just makes us better than what we do. And obviously it's not fun, yeah, not fun.
But there's on that note, just this, they need to understand the repercussions, because it's not only being banned, it's about having that name in the community and having people judge you for that. I don't know what's the reason of busy putting in stats when you're not really performing that well. I mean, that's cheating yourself. But also, when it comes out, people are going to know you as this kid or this guy that lies, and that whole aura, it can really damage a person. So it's not only about being benched, but being benched and then everyone knowing that that's what you did. Just rather not do it, guys.
Yeah, don't do it. And what was I going to say now? And then the final league, don't forget Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Jordan, looking forward to a double header, Tuesdays and Wednesday matches?
Yeah, I always like to play, to get on is a bit frustrating, but as soon as you in the game and you're there, the adrenaline, it just takes you. So I am looking forward to the games. So more games is great.
And look, tell your teammates, we're going to play Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Let's get this rolling, and we'll see what the results take us. And Shala, your last few games were dropping kings. We're going to maybe put you up front for a bit, huh?
You never know. As long as we get the wins, bro. As long as we get the wins, that's what I'm happy about.
Now he says it. Now he says it when everybody's watching. But never mind. Put me there. I can score.
Good question though. FIFA 2021. Are you guys keeping the same positions?
Most likely.
Definitely.
That's good. Good to know.
Bruno, and you? What are you going to do?
Like I said, dude, I'm useless anywhere else. Like I can only play CDM. That's the only thing. So I'm happy. Also, I play with a bunch of guys that don't judge me much, and I think that's why I'm well suited in dropping kings.
I personally think you should go play right back, Bruno. I think you'll be very good there. Okay.
Nice.
Don't forget tonight, guys. Hoppers 9, the Premier League team taking on the Championship team. Bruno and myself will do a bit of commentary. Still lots to learn there. Bruno's pronunciation there going on. Should be fun. Tune to that. Hoppers 9. Should be around about 9:15. Hoppers 9. Am I right, Shimmy? Just whisper in my ear there. Yeah, Hoppers 9. We'll get things going. And then next week, Jordan and the Premier Team of the Week will take on an invitational team. And that should be also quite nice to watch and have a look at that. And that's it from my side. I'm looking forward to the end of the season and looking forward for FIFA 21 as well. Should be good. Cool. That's it, Jen.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for being on the show. Once again, guys, whoever's watching and the guys that are a part of the show, please, whatever feedback you can give is extremely important. We've also trying this whole new commentary thing. So if you can support by listening, letting us know where we're going wrong, we really want to try and make this a broad spectrum so that everyone can enjoy it.
100%. Track logistics.
Yes.
There we go. Thank you for the sponsors. I got killed last time. I did it wrong. Sorry, the owner phoned me up and gave me such a stick.
But guys, yeah, thank you so much for being on the show. You've been wonderful hosts. Wonderful guests. Daz has been a wonderful host. Thank you so much again, guys. And from me, I'm out.
Yeah, Adam Sandler out. Same here.
Hey guys, big shout out to Chris Schluter, by the way.
Oh,